with the desire to start a business. And I remember you, Rachel, trying to decide how you were going to make your entrance to the market. Would the market be ready? What this experience would be like for you as a business owner. Can I do it? I think I can. Now I'm going to do it. So for anybody who's in that, I think I can. How am I going to do it? How am I going to charge? Will people take, notes from me? Rachel, I mean, I think that was a few years ago, Rachel, that we started there, right? It was a few years ago. So, I mean, look at God and look at Rachel. So here's about Rachel. Rachel says, my love for fashion was tattooed on my heart, even as I became an attorney and practiced law. We're talking about a lawyer, y'all, / turned, pivoted, wife, mom, fashion stylist, and it's a crazy influencer. I quickly realized fashion was my first true undeniable love. After a nudge from my husband, shout out to Milton, I began my styling career in 2016 by enrolling in FIT's image consulting program with and styling family and friends. I've been blessed to have my work featured on Good Morning America and Martha Stewart Weddings, the B Collective magazine, Mona Lychee Bride, Style Me Pretty, and more. I'm the boss wife to my dope husband, Milton Dickerson. Hey, Milton. And the rock mom to my 2-year-old daughter, her beautiful little twin daughter, Awesome August. So welcome, Rachel Dickerson. Rachel, it's all you, girl.
Hey guys, hey, how are y'all doing? I'm just glad to be here with you guys. I know it's a crazy time going on right now. It can cause a lot of stress and anxiety, and so I just want to be a breath of fresh air tonight. It's not, that bio is great. I almost feel like it's too formal because I don't want this to be formal at all. I just really want us to have a time where we come together and we talk about style in a way that's not intimidating, in a way where you don't feel pressure to have to know the right things or anything else like that. This is just a fun time for us to relax and then exhale from all the crazy stuff that's going on, okay? So I just wanted to say hi before I start. I have a PowerPoint presentation for you guys because I believe style is so visual. And while it's great that we can, talk about it like this, I wanted to have a visual presentation for you guys, so you guys can see what we're talking about. So let me go.
Oh, can I interrupt real quick? Before she goes forward, I just wanted to also tell you, I forgot that tonight we are giving away a $25 gift card at the end of Rachel's presentation, and I'll tell you who gets it at the end. So please stay on. Make sure you take lots of notes because you never know how you're going to qualify for a $25 gift card to the store of your choice. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Rachel.
Okay, y'all. Trying to get it set up now. Can everyone see the screen or see the presentation?
Yep.
Okay. And is my videos blocking it at all?
No.
Okay, so y'all can't see the videos?
No, I don't see any videos. I don't think anyone else does. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, guys. So today we are going to get back to the basics. Working with my clients before we can even generally get to the colors and the fashion and the sequence and all like the great stuff, we have to start with the basics, because if we have the basics down, I truly believe if you guys master these basics, you can pretty much wear anything, whatever color, whatever silhouette that you want, to make you feel confident and great, and you're going to look amazing. So I'm excited to get back to the basics. So really that's going to be 3 ways to instantly transform your wardrobe for free. Immediate things that you can look in your wardrobe now that you can do to help you, and also to help you slay for the spring, because we want to slay for the spring. Okay, everybody's in their house, we're tired, we're doing all this stuff, and we're gonna be ready to get out. It may be summer, I don't know, whatever. The point is you will be ready. Okay, so let's go. Okay, I have to learn how to work this, y'all, so y'all be patient. All right, so this is our little style guide. I like to be, organized and let people know how we're going. I'm going to try to finish up, before 9:05, but I really want to hit you guys with some quick information. So, so we have to know that slaying cannot be optional. It cannot be left up to chance. It cannot be left up to just last minute details and stuff like that. So what are the key gems we're going to learn today? Why your image matters. And like I said, the 3 ways to transform your wardrobe. And let's strategize on your shopping tips. So like when you guys go shopping and when you're online shopping and you're trying to get those pieces ready for the spring, we actually have a plan in place so that you guys can be masterful in how you choose, you know, pieces for yourself. And then lastly, we'll take questions for anybody who wants to comment or has questions or anything. Okay, Sybil will introduce who I was, but you know, y'all see it. Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay.
Dive in and drop that top off when you finish.
So just to be pretty brief, I am a woman, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, you know, I'm a friend, I'm an attorney, I'm a fashion stylist, and I'm also an entrepreneur. These are pretty much the things that make up me. It's the things that I'm truly passionate about. You know, besides I'm a sister, I'm a cousin. Oh, and shout out to all my ladies who I text today and asked to be a part, and they came and showed their support. I'm truly a supporter of women and supporting them in their business. So just thank you, ladies. But all these things pretty much make up who I am. And I truly believe that as I learn, it's my responsibility to teach and pass it forward to others. A lot of reasons why I'm passionate about talking to women is because Sybil, she's taking great time with me. And so I just want to, you know, pass along the same thing to you guys. So this is a little bit about my business. It's Golden Style Consulting. These are a couple of my clients that I have up here. And the idea behind my brand is transforming bosses who believe in themselves and the power of style. Right? Because it's twofold. It's believing in ourselves, believing that we have the confidence to achieve the things that we want, and also believing in the power of style, understanding that through style, we can make a big impact on our lives and our goals and everything else like that. So that is really what Golden Style Consulting is about. Here's my information. No need to write it down now. We'll come back to that at the end of the presentation. Okay, so let's talk about why your image matters, right? So let's just start out with some very basic statistics, which is when you're interviewing, 55% of the impact that 55% of impact comes from the way a person dresses, acts, and walks through the door. Now, all of us may not be interviewing for a certain position, but we all have brands, or we have you know, promotions that we're trying to get, or we're trying to meet sales quota, you know, or we need to have a certain clientele to meet sales quota. Basically what I'm trying to say is we're always selling ourselves, like in today's image, right? And so what this statistic is teaching us is that 55% of how we just present, how people look at us, what we wear, it's going to have a determining factor, right, on, you know, whether they're going to give you a job or not, you know, or whether they want to do business with you or not, or whether they're going to trust you or not, right? So I'm in the business of fashion. So it is in my best interest, if I am serious about my brand, that every time I'm presenting or I'm out somewhere, I look great. I look a reflection of my business. So now that we know that, when you think about your current image, what message are you communicating? You know, if you're walking around and saying, you know, I don't know, let's just take my stuff, I'm a boss and everything else like that. Are you wearing things that make you confident and stand taller, your favorite colors, you know, everything else like that? So all of that matters. And it matters more importantly because you have to develop a consistency around your brand. The higher you go, the more TV shows or the more things you do or the more clients you have, you're going to want to build consistency with looking great on your brand, okay? And so that is very important because it helps to build brand loyalty, right? So if most people know that every time they're seeing me, that I'm looking pretty great and I'm looking pretty fashionable, it helps to build a loyalty and a trust that they'll want to continue to follow me and hear from me, right? So that's why image matters. It's not just about picking purple and pink and everything else like that. It really does help contribute to your bottom line. And even when you think about big time stylists like for Beyonce and everything else like that, what the styling is the message. Okay, the message isn't complete until the artist is styled, until the talent is styled. So your image is very much a part of your message that you want to give off to people as you're building your brand.
Amen.
Okay. All right. So getting back to the basics, right? And so it's 3 ways to transform your wardrobe for free. So the first one, guys, get sized by a pro. So this has to deal with your undergarments. If you have not been sized in the last 2 years, you are operating off of old data. Okay. Every time that we gain or lose 5 to 10 pounds, it can shift our bra size. All right. So a lot of us are walking around what may be the incorrect bra size or, you know, anything like that. And you just need to get that dealt with. So we'll talk about that. 2, describe yourself. I cannot tell you how many of my clients do not accurately know their size. They usually think they're one size and either they're 2 sizes up or 2 sizes down. They just do not describe their body in a positive affirmation ways. So we're going to talk about that, because knowing how you describe yourself is very important before you can even select clothes or anything else to go on your body. And 3, know your colors. If you can master color, you can just about master anything. Okay, so the idea is that if you guys have great foundation, you understand your body type, you understand how to dress your silhouette, and you understand color, you can slay easily. Okay, so that's what I want to help you guys do. Okay, so first, get sized by a pro. So I know that we commonly visit stores like Victoria's Secrets, you know, department stores, and all those are great. However, I would encourage you guys to find a local specialty lingerie store when you're thinking about getting size. Now, I know that we're on lockdown right now, but this is a great time to do research in your city, talk to your friends, see if they have any specialty shops, because there can be a lot of great benefits instead of going to Victoria's Secret or going to the department stores. First of all, the salespersons in the specialty stores are going to have extensive training, okay? They're going to know about lingerie, bras, shapewear, all that stuff, because they deal with it day in and day out, and this is their specialty, right? It's kind of like we don't want to go see a general practitioner. We want to go see a specialist, right, to deal with our needs. Usually they have great customer service. They go above and beyond, especially, you know, local shops, you know, about small business. We do our best to go above and beyond for our customers. And usually they also offer member benefits. So if you're in Chicago, there's a store on the north side called Bras Galores. They give alterations on your bras. They give discounts every time you refer somebody to the store. So when you're looking for really good foundation, sometimes we have to go beyond the department stores, because usually the department stores, you know, fundamentally it's sales, and they don't have any specialized training. So sometimes you're left to your own vices to, you know, figure out what you need. 2, if you are planning for a certain outfit, bring the clothing that you're going to wear with your undergarments. So either bring the clothing or bring something similar to it, right? Because then that'll help you from having to go back to the store, change your mind, or figure out if it's cut under this way, or if you need something really smooth, all that stuff. So if you bring something, either the garment or something close to it, that will really help you to just make sure you're getting the right things. 3, be sure to shop when you're relaxed. Usually finding great undergarments, it takes time, right? Because you want to make sure you get your sizing right. And you want to make sure you get your sizing right, because I cannot tell you how many times I've taken my clients to the store and they get the right bra size and they instantly walk taller. They instantly walk straight. They instantly feel good. You know, the common thing is, oh, I can take on the world now, right? Because we're properly supported and we feel good. So when we're operating off old data, you know, the bras are okay and they're doing a pretty good job, but they're not allowing us to feel our best and confident self. So, so just be sure that you take your time when you're going. It's almost like trying to find denim jeans, right? You know, it takes a minute to find denim jeans, right? Because you got try on, So that's how foundation wear, you should think of it like that shopping process. So be sure to take your time. And here are just pretty much some essential undergarments that you should think about having. You know, a sexy bra for the evening, an everyday t-shirt bra, a strapless bra, a sports bra, something that slims the waist or slims the thighs if that's an area that you feel uncomfortable with. So all of these things, and you don't have to buy these things at all at one time. I know Bras Galore, they have bras that start off from $50 all the way up to $300. And yeah, I had to try on a $300 bra just to see what a $300 bra felt like.
Is Bras Galore just a local store? Or is there a website?
It's a website, but it is a local store in Chicago. But I'm sure in your respective cities, if you just do the research and really find a local specialty lingerie store, you guys should be able to find something, okay? Because it's important that you go in and try on and just work with people. And usually save your sizing on file and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Describe yourself, the positive affirmation. Describe your body, right? So like I said, I cannot tell you how many clients who I have who negatively view their body. And I like to say, you can look great at any shape and size. So for me, I am never a stylist that encourage my clients to lose weight or While I do think working out and maintaining a healthy weight for your size and all that stuff is important, I truly believe you can look great at any size. So describe your body. Talk about your height, where your curves are. I have a great bust, or whatever, things that you love about yourself. Really, guys, write down the description because it's very important, right? Also, write down the things that you might find like it's a little bit of a challenge for you, or that, gives you a little bit anxiety when you wear that out, right? Help get to know those things. I know you sound like, it's really not important, but it is important. It matters how you describe to someone else how you feel about your body, or what you want to change about your body, or what you want to conceal on your body or highlight on your body. You have to know your body, okay? All right, next, we're going to learn the language of standard shape charts, right? So we'll see in the next slides, we're going to go over these standard shapes. Not that you squarely fit into one shape. We're all different sizes. No one diagram can tell everybody what their shape is. But at least if you know the standard shape charts, you now have the language, or you at least understand the language that designers and the people in the fashion industry are using when you're going shopping or when you're online, right? Mm-hmm. So if you mix what you describe about yourself also mixed with what's on the charts, you'll have knowledge of what you feel about yourself and what the fashion industry describes you as, and you'll be able to pick great pieces for yourself because you're knowledgeable about what you're doing, right? You're not just guessing. Okay, y'all get it? Head nod if y'all get it. All right. So we're going to go through a couple of about 5 standard shapes. There's some or more depending on less, but generally these are the ideas. I put questions for you guys because I know a lot of times when we look at these charts, we see definitive statements rather than questions. And sometimes, definitive statements are hard for people to break down. And what I mean by definitive statements is they'll say, you have a defined waist or whatever. I feel like putting it in the form of questions really asks people to ask themselves the question to see if they, fit in the category or not. Very simple, but it makes a huge difference. So first, let's go over the hourglass shape. Signs, not the only signs, but definitely signs of an hourglass shape is, do you wear the same size on the top and bottom? Do you have a clearly defined waist? Do you have a clearly defined bust? And do you have a curved bottom? If you can answer yes to majority of the questions, you probably are an hourglass shape, which means you have a defined waist, a defined bust, and all that, a somewhat neat bottom, whatever neat means. And I'm using a lot of stuff from my classes, so I'll be trying to switch language out. But if you're an hourglass, shape, your golden rule is you want to wear things that highlight your waist. You love a good cinch, honey. Okay, you want your jackets to be cinched, honey. You want any of your coats, any really dresses you can wear straights. A sheath, something that's not cinched or something that is cinched. But it's really good to always accent and highlight your waist, and you'll really feel great. So I'm just gonna hit some of these generally, so you guys know. You can have an idea of things that I'm talking about. So also with the hourglass, you want to avoid clothes that hide your body. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a lot of baggy stuff or anything else like that. But if you do baggy, just make sure you cinch your waist. The next shape, go ahead.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm just reading.
Okay. The next shape is the rectangle shape. Okay. Sorry, it says have your shoulders and hips in line. It should say are your shoulders and hips in line. Do you not have any waist definition? Do you tend to be flatter around the hips and around the bottom? And do you carry any extra weight around the middle? If you answer yes to majority of these questions, you could very well be deemed to be as a rectangle shape, which truly means you have a straight shoulder line, right? So it's pretty straight on your shoulders, almost like if you were to hold a bar across your shoulders, it's pretty straight. Your hips and your bottoms are pretty straight, like we said, a little flatter. I hate to say flat, but y'all know what I mean. It's just a little bit leaner back there. And you have very little waist definition. It can be hard for you to find your waist because of the straightness of your frame, right? The straightness. And you have, some people can have somewhat of a straight rib cage. Maybe you can see your rib cage, maybe you can't see your rib cage, but generally the lines of your body go straight instead of coming in like the hourglass, the cinch hourglass. So usually, you want to go for more structured pieces to give you shape, right? So you want to go for jackets that are more structured. Your tops want to have simple, clean lines. You want to go for skirts that have pleating and things like that can help to create drama and shape for you, okay? Your golden rule is to pretty much, if the idea is to, so I have a saying, if you don't want anybody's eye to be drawn to one area of your body, you want their eye to be drawn to the overall appearance of your body. Usually you want to have a healthy balance on the top of the bottom, on the top and your bottom, if that makes sense. And so if you find that, some of us, we have more on the top, we have less on the bottom, more on the top, less, more on the bottom, less on the top. So like in a rectangle shape, you may not have as much on the bottom. So we want to use structure and things like that, A-line, things like that to help create a balance and to help the eye come outward so everybody can look at your overall appearance. If anybody at the end will ask questions, just take notes and we can go back if you're confused or whatever. But I just want to make sure I'm hitting everything, but also moving because in the essence of time. The last one, you could be over a pear shape. Do you wear a larger size on your bottom than your top? We just talked about that. Is there fullness in your tummy area? Do you have shapely legs? Do you feel uncomfortable with tucking your clothes in? So those are all things that you want to consider. Think about if you think that you may be an oval shape. And so usually, you have a little, you can be deemed to have a little fullness around the middle. You can be deemed to be a little, like you said, a little smaller and bigger, smaller on top and a little, and when I say bigger, guys, don't take the word bigger to mean big or anything, but I'm just saying in proportions to the top and to the bottom. And so you want to make sure that you're wearing clothes that give you, what did I just say about creating balance? It's good that if you can wear clothes that have detailing around your neckline, right? Because if naturally you're a little fuller on the bottom, right? And we talked about creating that balance. If you have something on top with your different necklines, funky colors, different necklines, different embellishments, it can help you create an overall balance when people are looking at you for just presentations or just anything as to how you want to present yourself. So you're going to love jackets that are basically cardigan style, waterfall, skirts that are wrap or flip or pleated, dresses that are A-line. All of these things are going to look really well on you. Okay, let's move on to the next. Okay, next we have the full bust in oval, which is usually you have a fuller bust area up top. So, and usually for this one, even if you have a full bust, sometimes you can have a full bust and then come back in. Your waist is still cinched, so we would call that a full hourglass. Or you can go into a more oval shape if you have a larger bust and you still have a little bit fullness in the midsection. You can be more of an oval shape. But usually the signs of a full bust or oval shape is you buy a slightly larger top for your bust. You can be more comfortable in fluid fabrics than stiff, right? Things that have flow to them. And you can also, again, feel uncomfortable with things being tucked in, right? Sorry, y'all, I'm shuffling through my notes as we go. Okay, so again, if you're the full hourglass, you still want to avoid things that are stiff, that don't really highlight your shape, especially if you're a full bust and your cinch waist and it comes in. You want to have jackets that are shaped. You want to have tops that usually are crossover because it helps to just create a smoothness and a simpleness and not create too much fuss. But if you do anything that's cross, you want to make sure that it fully covers your boobs and it's not a whole lot of fussing, that everything lays properly. So when you have a big bust, you have to make sure that everything, all your tops, lay properly, no bunching, no stiffness, no craziness, because you're already full up top, if that makes sense, right? So you want things that are softer, that have more flow, that allow you to move with ease. Finally, we have the inverted triangle. And mostly for inverted triangles, if you have an athletic build, are your shoulders wider than your hips, and do you have a straight rib cage, meaning that the lines that we talked about earlier, you could be a great candidate for an inverted triangle. Now, remember, you know, these are just guidelines. None of these are hard, fast rules, but it's just something for you to consider and look for, to know when you do need to look at charts, just to see, like you said, to understand the language of the industry. So usually for inverted triangles, you have a straight and squared shoulder line. So again, we talked about a shoulder line. You have little definition between your hips and your waist. You have a flatter, the word again, flatter hips and bottom and things like that. So what do we talk about creating balance? If we know that we're fuller up here on top and we're going down a little bit more narrow at the bottom, and we want to balance, have everybody focus on our overall shape. We want to give volume and shape into the places where we are a little bit slimmer and narrower. So for the inverted triangle, it would be of great benefit to you to create, you know, shape and drama on the bottom. Full skirts, skirts that have slits or details, pleating, anything like that, to help you create some drama and some shape for yourself. And so the eyes just don't concentrate here on your top half of your body. So if you can see, those are pretty much the common types of body shapes. And so you want to familiarize yourself with that, not for the sake of, like I said, you have to follow anybody's rules, but just so you know what category you may fall into, just so you can know what silhouettes may look great. You don't always have to do what's recommended, but if you have great foundation, you almost can wear, you know, even if like I said, you want, you know, to draw attention to a specific area, that's totally fine. If you have great foundation and you want to show off a great area, it usually works. So it's just all about having great foundation. It's all about understanding your body so you can understand what pieces look great at what parts of your body, why they don't look great, because you understand, you know, the industry and how they're really thinking about women's shapes and everything else like that.
So really quickly, Rachel, what you can't see is happening over here in the chats.
Oh, sorry.
We're all locating our body type and just kind of dropping it in. And most of us have found ourselves adjacent. So we're like a mix of two categories or three categories of shapes, but you really are unlocking some stuff here. So thank you for that.
And that usually happens. I find myself in a couple, and that's totally okay. It's just whenever you're researching information, just, you know, be sure to concentrate on those parts that apply to you, just to know and have in the back of your mind. Again, you don't have to do exactly what they say, but just just to know you can have. So that's totally fine if you're a mix of two. That's most women, which is why, I kind of, rules. I'm a stylist that I know rules. I understand rules, and it's important for me to know the rules for my clients should they need proper or basic or solid instruction. But I'm also a stylist that goes off feel. I love to express emotion through clothes. So I often ask my clients, how do you want to feel? And that guides me as far as what colors and things like that. So I am not a person that follows rules at all, but I do think this is good stuff just to know.
No, it's so good. Thank you.
No problem. Number 3, know your colors. Okay. Understand the color tones for your body, and then understand the colors of the season. So let's get into it. Okay. So guys, I hear there are a lot of questions about color. First, let me just say, I am not a person that believes certain colors look better on any one person. I believe a person can wear any color. It's just a matter of shade, right? Intensity, all those things like that. But I just in case, there is a whole philosophy and science and color systems that are out there that help women to pick the best colors for their skin tone. And so I just wanted to go over that briefly with you guys. It is a whole convoluted system, but to narrow it down, basically, when people who come up with these different color systems and people in the fashion industry, when they are talking about what colors look best for which woman based on her skin tone, there are several factors that come into play. Simple things that we think about, like the color of your hair, the color of your eyes, the color of your skin tone, a lot of that makes a difference. The contrast of those things, the contrast of the color of your hair, the color of your eyes to your skin, and also the color of your undertones, right? I know we have some makeup artists in here. Everybody understand cool and warm tones and things of that nature. So those are all things that are coming into play when we talk about or when suggestions are made, or if someone is suggesting to you that a color will look great on you, if they're going off a foundational term, right? These are the things that they take into account. We do not have the time to go through all of that, but I wanted you to have some examples of women who are deemed to have cool, warm tones, and there are some systems who base it off the seasons of the year. So I just wanted to give you some examples and go over it just so you guys know. So first, we have Viola Davis. Wait, let me get to that part in my notes just for a second. Everybody all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Viola Davis. She is what somewhat would deem, she's a winter, and she has cool tones. So usually someone with cool tones, they can have ash tones to your hair. Your hair can be, dark brown. It can even be blonde, white, or gray. Like I said, it's a lot of different things that goes into this, but we just want to focus on brown girls for right now and just Viola Davis. So as you can see, she has beautiful brown hair. She has beautiful brown skin, and she has beautiful brown eyes. And there's not a lot of contrast in between those colors. And she has cool undertones for her skin. So colors that are gonna look great for her are deep reds, hot pinks, blues, teals, purples. All these things are gonna look great against her skin because they're colors that have cooler tones, and it's going to look great for her to match her skin tone, if that makes sense. So right here, Viola Davis is wearing red. It's deep, it's rich, it's beautiful, even though reds can also go with warm natured and stuff like that. But she looks great. You can also see blue around her eyes. You can see how the blue accents her really well. So that would be a winter cool tone and colors that can look good with that. You can also do a lot of research on that on yourself, or talk to me. I would love to talk about it and come up with colors that work really well for you. For summer, more warm tones, we have Mel B here. And so more of your summer tones are usually red tone hair, more like a caramel skin, green, blue eyes. It has more red notes under it. And so colors that usually look good: oranges, yellow, we're going to talk about saffron later. Purple again, but just a lighter shade of purple, right? Aqua, all these things, great colors that help to highlight and bring out those red tones, if that makes sense. Next, we have spring, which are pretty much clear tones. I don't know, y'all like clear tones, but meaning, spring can be either can be either warm or cool. They just kind of have a look that can kind of go either way. But if you see Carrie, she has the brown eyes and the brown hair, but for clear, she has a stark contrast in between her eyes. Her eyes are very piercing, and they use that as one of a main point to really determine if somebody is a clear or not. So colors for a clear that could work really well. You see the light gray on her, and it's just blending in effortlessly. So she can really go colors like mints, like a sky blue, like a blush pink. And if you guys want to see all of these colors more and more, just let me know and I can help, because it's just different shades and things like that. I should have put that on the slide, but just depending on the point I'm trying to get you to see is just depending on your color, your hair color, your skin tone, your eyes, the contrast, right? Remember we talked about contrast. Viola Davis has low contrast. Mel B, she has a little bit more heightened contrast, but very still kind of the same tone. And then if you go back to Kerry Washington, there's more of a contrast there, right, between her skin tone and her hair color and everything else like that. Finally, Beyonce. I am a Beyonce fan. Sorry to anyone who is not. I won't go off on that tangent too much, but Beyonce is more of an autumn, and she has warm tones, right? So your warm tones is you usually have a blonde or a medium light or brown hair. Your eyes can be a little bit softer, muted in the tones of they really go in line with your hair. So if you look at V, it looks dark brown, or it might be darker light brown, but you see the brown hair, you see the brown hair, you see the blonde hair, you see her usually have hazel, brown, or green eyes, and then you see her skin tone. So again, not so much red like Mel B, but definitely more browns and goldens, and still a little contrast, right? But not as low contrast as someone like Viola Davis. And so for your warm tones, things that can look great on a warm tone: emerald green. Oh, I love green. I get so many compliments every time. Like jewel tones. I love jewel tones. Ruby red, deep fuchsia, emerald green. All those things can look great on autumn and warm tones. And especially like caramels and golds and just all that stuff. It just looks amazing on warm tones. Okay. Now, let's talk about some spring colors, right?
Woo.
So we especially need to think about colors during this time while everyone's in the house. And Sybil has on yellow. Okay, she's ready with the color. I see you, girl. So
I love all of this.
So it's important that not only do you can know the personal colors, that that's good colors that are good for your personal self, your skin tone, and what we just talked about. But it's also good to know the colors of the season as well, right? Because when you need a quick slay, okay, when it can be a simple silhouette, but in the right color, you can do it if you know what colors to look for, right? So here are a couple colors that people, the industry is loving this season. That's scarlet red. It's vibrant. It's beautiful. Red is also a color that it denotes power, right? It denotes it says strength, it says all these things. So when you're looking to communicate power, or like you're in charge or you're a boss, and also the forbidden, right? If you look at movies and you see a girl who, we're not the Jezebel per se or whatever, she's usually in red. So red is a very fiery, intense color. And, so if you want to communicate some of those feelings, bossed up, red is definitely a great color to do that. Faded denim. And I always say, don't worry so much about the names, because different magazines are going to call it whatever. Just look at the color, look at the shades, and that will help you. Faded denim, which is a beautiful blue. It can go, a array of different ways. Blue is a color that denotes or says authority. When you want to look, especially navy, right? Which is why our policemen are in navy, right? Because the color helps invokes calmness, stillness, should be peace, right? And authority. So, I want to tell y'all light blue, but blue for the most, it's just, like I said, an idea of authority, logic, and just calming in color. Okay, Biscay green. I love green, y'all. So green, this is a fun color just to try. It's springy, it's pretty. It's just, y'all know these colors are pretty. I don't even have to say how much, but green also is a color that denotes a sense of, I don't even know if denotes is the right word, but it's a color that gives off feelings of calmness, reassurance. Think about the earth, Mother Nature, just being still, one, all of that stuff, that gives off those vibes. And this saffron, honey, I am loving this saffron. It is just a rich, beautiful color, right? This would be perfect for my bees, my autumns, my warm tone girls. This will look really great. And you see, she's just slinging it on her skin. And I mean, I've seen this color everywhere in coats and just all different type of things. And so, and when you find these colors, no, it doesn't have to be an actual dress or a top. It can be shoes. It can be a pop of color. Like, you don't have to transform your wardrobe. I don't even say get all the colors. You can get one or two colors, right, that you really like, that kind of fit inside with your hair, your skin, and all that stuff. And you'll look great for the season. And this coral pink, this is also a fabulous color. And satin catches color the richness of the color very well. So that's why on these last two, you can see these colors so beautifully. And it's just fun things that you want to try. So before you even get to accessories and all this other stuff, color is a great way to just slay. Most people are afraid of color. They cannot do color. And not that you have to do full on color like this, right? But adding color in. I love color for spring, and summer and fall. Well, actually every time. So most of my clients know I love color. Also, everyone likes to know, y'all, I'm sorry, my blue messed up, but classic blue is the Pantone color of the year, and it was supposed to be right there.
I was like, wait.
Right, like, yeah. But just the classic blue, I can make sure I send that out to everyone. But, everybody also, they always want to know the Pantone color of the year, right? So just know that blue is very in right now. That's just something generally, just good to know. Okay, and we're rounding out. So, lastly, I just want to talk about strategize your shopping experience. I feel like a lot of times when my clients go shopping on their own, they end up buying repeat stuff or stuff they don't love because they waited to the last minute, or they didn't really think about what they wanted and or needed before they went shopping. So before you go shopping, the first thing you should know is you need to know what you need. So for example, in the buying group, I asked the ladies to tell me one challenge that you have with your personal style. And one thing Sybil told me is that she has a hard time finding dimensions for her blazers. Sybil's a very, well, not very, she's a tall.
Statuesque.
A model. And so, dimensions are going to be important for Sybil. So it's going to be important that Sybil finds, and Sybil, did you see that brand I sent you, Model Atelier?
No, I
Okay.
didn't, but I'll look it up.
She's a former fashion model who created these sheet clothes for tall girls. So Sybil's going to want to make sure she's shopping with brands that meet her body, right? Because that's going to save her time, right? So if you're someone, or you're looking for a certain budget, right? You only want to shop at certain stores. Or sometimes we get in a crunch and you say, I have an event on Friday and it's Tuesday. I need 2-day shipping. What stores can I go to where I know I can get it shipped to me quickly? I cut out half of your search, right? 2, be patient. Be patient with yourself. Don't feel like you have to be in a rush to buy anything, right? We should be good stewards of our money. Our money, it doesn't have to burn through our pockets, right? If we don't see something that we like, if we don't see something that we love, don't feel rushed to buy anything. I find that you find the best pieces when you're just relaxed, comfortable, and chill. So I always say, just shop and look, I don't want to say too much, whatever. Shop and look constantly, right? So you can constantly know what's out there and everything else like that. If you can, start a little email with yourself with links or something like that. That way, if you are, if you have something coming up, you already have a pool to pull from, and you're not, exhausting yourself by shopping. Don't buy it because it's on sale. Y'all, if it's one thing, it is one thing. My rule for shopping with my clients is you have to ask yourself, do you love it? I'm serious, y'all. Do you love it? And if the answer is no, leave it right there. Or the answer is, but it's on sale. I can do something with it. I can do it. No. I feel like the key to really, building a fabulous wardrobe is to collect pieces, right? It doesn't even have to all match. Blazers, dresses, skirts, and as you're putting these pieces in your closet, you know what's going to make your style unique? You're putting these pieces together, which means no one can show up and look like you. No one can have all the stuff that you had on because you're constantly adding things to your wardrobe. Not so much in a constantly like you're spending so much money, but you always have your eye out on for cute earrings and stuff like that. Y'all, I got these earrings. I was doing a photo shoot and I just needed some last minute options real quick. I got these earrings from Forever 21.
Oh yeah, they have good earrings.
Okay. So, I'm always keeping things. I can always pull things from stuff that I've shopped to from years ago. I take care of my things. There's so much stuff we could talk about. Put your jewelry up and make sure you organize your closet so things aren't getting trampled over, and take your things to the cleaners and stuff like that, and stuff will last a long time, right? So don't buy it because it's on sale. You guys be careful at shopping at fast fashion places like H&M, Forever 21, because usually those are going to be clothing items that can last for one season. They don't have the quality to last over long seasons. So I say from things like that, don't spend all your money on trendy pieces. Let that be, you can buy that real quick, 10, 15, 20, whatever dollars. You want to spend your money on investment pieces that will last you years. So this motorcycle jacket, I caught it on sale, 50% off at Bloomingdale's. It's a BCBG jacket. So it's going to last me a very long time, but it's a piece. So my best friend and I, we call them pieces. You want to add great pieces to your wardrobe. And if you mix and match your pieces, you're going to be fly. No one's going to look like you. And the style is going to be authentic to you.
Mm-hmm.
And just don't wait until the last minute. Like I said, just constantly shop. I feel like a lot of times people make bad shopping decisions when they need it at the last minute because you just make do. So if you can, like I say, ladies, if you have your favorite sites, you get all those emails, just browse it every now and then to see what they have. If you see something that you really like, just save the link, pile stuff up, and then when you're ready to shop later, you already have a base. Okay, let me check my time. 8:57. Woo, woo, woo. I believe in being short, timely, and orderly fashion, however you say that.
Okay. I may have unmuted too fast. So So I muted back. Yay, guys, can we give Rachel a huge round of applause? Rachel, you did great. Uh-oh. I'm gonna mute whoever that is. Okay, do me a favor. I'm muting everybody. Sorry. Rachel, let me unmute you. Okay. I'm muting you just for a second so so I can just kind of set up. If you want to ask a question, do me a favor and just raise your hand. So, Zoom has the option of you raising your hand. Well, it used to actually. I don't see it. Maybe I just need to unmute. Or if you want to ask a question below, because ideally I'd love to unmute everyone, but we got some background noise from people. So if we can commit to taking down some of that background noise, that would be super helpful. Meanwhile, okay, we got some hands raised. Rachel, you ready for questions? And I don't know why I muted Rachel. Yeah. Hold on. All right. Let me get to, okay, Teresa. Did I unmute you, Teresa? I'm like a auntie on here trying to figure this out. Okay.
Now I'm gonna go. Okay, I am well, I guess I'm between. I like average size, average pants.
Okay.
But I'm actually like 5'2.5", 5'3" on my driver's license.
Okay.
But I don't like how the petite fit me, because it seems like it's longer, maybe in the seat part or something of that nature. It just fits me real funky.
Okay. You don't like the fit.
What brand?
What brand? So are you asking what brand for petite?
Well, I really don't like the petite, how they sit in the, I like average, but average is of course always too long for me.
So you have a good relationship with a tailor?
I can find one.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that's going to be your answer.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So because sometimes, like, even if you are petite, but you don't like the way it really fits, or if average is better for you because you like the way that fits, you might have a better time of getting clothes from where you may like, even though the fit may not be perfect, and work with a tailor.
Okay.
Right? So you can find, like, I have a great tailor here. She'll tailor pants for like $11. Not really expensive options. You can find a seamstress, or your local cleaners usually will tailor something. And it's really an inexpensive option. So that's what I would really consider first. If you can, I would love to send you some more petite shops that maybe you can try, that maybe you haven't tried yet,
Okay.
just to see for fit. So my email address will be on the slide next, but just email me your name and email, and I'll send you some stores.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Thank you.
Yeah. So one last thing. So y'all, you guys should really have a tailor that you guys trust, because everything is not going to fit our bodies perfect, right? Because certain designers make certain cuts for certain women, right? If it's a European designer, it's gonna be all that stuff. So sometimes if we have a great tailor, if it's too big in the waist, they can take that up for us, and our clothes are being more customized to our body, and we're gonna look better in them. So never underestimate the value of a good tailor.
Okay. I had a good seamstress, but she's retired. She's probably about 75 or 80 or whatever.
Yeah, she was super. So you just gotta find somebody. You're right. Somebody like that.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. I'm going to mute you back, and I'm unmuting Elizabeth Merriweather. You're up, Elizabeth.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I love the blouses, the bow blouses, but because I'm heavy chested, I stay away from them.
Yep.
Do you, am I correct in doing that? Or do you have any suggestions on, I guess, or should I lean toward a certain color? Like, I would think that maybe a black blouse with the bow would be better.
Yes.
Suggestions.
The rules would say, if you already have a larger bust up top, don't put anything that distracts up top, right? So like a big bow. That's what the rules say. However, there are great, like, do you know the brand Eloquy? they do bows up top all the time, and they look amazing, and it's all in different type of colors, right? So I would say it depends on the color, it depends on the size of bow, whether you can make it work or not. But you're absolutely right about the black. So black automatically gives us a slimming effect, right? That's why we're going to hide things, conceal things. It's always best that we wear the color black. Or black is a color that will achieve that for us, right? Navy will achieve that for us. You know, things that brown, a darker brown will achieve that for us. So you're right. If you do want to try, you know, if you're kind of on the fence about it, getting the color black will definitely be something that won't draw so much attention, and it'll give you a slimming effect at the same time.
Okay, and what's that brand again?
It's called Eloquii.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Elouqii, I believe.
Eloqui, I think.
Oh, QUI. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'll love it. Anyone who's what you say, fuller up top, and they have such beautiful clothing.
We do.
And price points are great.
And they always have great sales. So if there's something that you see that's full price, just wait a few days. It'll go on sale, as with Macy's. You know, all that stuff sell. And who knows, with us being, you know, home, you might be able to find a lot of good deals online. I mean, I don't know how the mail is going to continue to work, you know, sending packages and stuff, but yeah, just be sure to look out and keep a watch for all your sales.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So thank you, Elizabeth. I'm going to put you back on mute. Hold on one second, y'all. Good night. You gotta let the little people go to bed. And Christina Hunt, I'm gonna lower your hand. Christina, did I unmute you? No, I'm working this out, y'all. Y'all help pray for me. Christina.
Hi. I think I'm good.
Oh, your hair is so cute.
Thank you. Thank you.
My little sis, isn't she cute?
So cute. Yes.
Hi, Rachel. So I just have a question. So for people that are like transitioning their image, right, and just trying to figure out, you know, who they are and what that means for their style, like what methods do you recommend in, you know, people like gaining inspiration about what they like and what they don't like? You know, what are some like ways for people to kind of just figure out like, you know, what best fits them in the midst of a styling transition?
Yeah, so thank you for that. That's a great question. So first, I would say if you are in style transition, that's totally fine, because like I kind of am too. And I was gonna ask you guys all this question when I first got on the phone, but in the essence of time, what I would like you guys is to figure out, who are your celebrity style crushes?
Save that for the next Style Lab.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying? Just generally, let's hit that real quick and then we're gonna leave it. But who is your celebrity crush? Look at what they're doing. And sometimes celebrities, right? And just FYI, sometimes celebrities is usually their stylist, right? So if you can find out who the celebrity is and then find out who their stylist is, right? Usually they're tagged a lot, you know, or whatever. That can help you be inspired by that person and what they're doing. Also, like Instagram, social, like, you know, everybody's at home, so it's a great opportunity to take advantage of it. Use your tags. If you're into like baggy jeans, look at that hashtag for it. Or find certain designers that are some pieces that you're liking. See who's tagging people in it. Basically, you just have to do research to figure out, you know, if you want to continue to move forward with a certain look or direction. And I feel like a lot of that comes through influencers, and it comes through celebrities and things like that. And then I just feel like as you're trying to figure out which way you want to go, buy some things, try it on, see how you look it, wear one thing out, see, you know, how it is. And then that can help you decide if you really do like, you know, what you want to try. And if not, don't be afraid to change your mind. And then don't be afraid to add your own mix on to whatever. So you don't have to do it exactly like a celebrity does it, or you don't have to do it exactly like anybody else does it. You know, it's just that celebrities can, when we're transitioning, sometimes we don't know which way we want to go. And so having that visual, and I think celebrities and social media can help us to do that.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Can I just tell you, you have the most amazing eyebrows.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
They are I just can't stop staring at them. They are beautiful.
Thanks, sis.
Had to say that. All right, I'm muting you now. Rachel, we're all over here advocating to have you back in April, by the way, just saying.
Good.
Yeah, that's happening in the chat. We'll
Okay.
the people are asking. I may have dropped maybe would y'all want to have her back, but the
Okay.
people, everyone's saying yes, we need to talk more. All right, so let's go to next one is Jasmine Oliver, my tall twin. All right, Jasmine, I'm gonna unmute you. Okay. Okay, there you are. You ready, Jasmine?
I'm ready. Okay.
Okay.
So, Rachel, you know me, and you know I'm the neutral queen.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's neutral in my closet. You know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you introduce color into your wardrobe without it feeling overwhelming or like, I don't know. I think I like neutrals because I could wear it so often and maybe people don't notice that I'm wearing a certain item. So how do you introduce color into your wardrobe and make it still, I don't know, functional so it could fit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely know what you're saying. So first of all, and you're absolutely right. Having those neutral tones are great mix and match pieces, and they're colors that won't ever go out of style. So, if you're ever at a point where you're transitioning, you're losing weight or the budget's kind of tight, go for the neutral colors, girl. Nobody's gonna know. You're gonna look great. I think one way to fold in color without it being like, ooh, is accessories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rings, earrings, necklaces. And then, like, if you want to move on, try a purse, try a shoe, just a little detail, right? That won't make it too much. And then when you're ready to graduate, and you might like Jasmine, like for you, maybe you might like an olive green pant, something that is a little bit of a color, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? So
the sweatshirt would be too much for her. This is just doing way.
That's a lot.
She would not. No. She would look fantastic in it, but her style is not that much.
We take baby steps to go for olive.
Right. And so we can talk about later in months. There's style personalities, right? There's a classic style. There's a sporty. I'm a dramatic style personality. You can be a mix of style personalities, right? And so I always tell people, never feel bad that your style isn't like someone else's. That's just your style personality. And you're not meant to like everything. In fact, style is really doing the same thing over.
Right.
Like, so Vera Wang always in classic black, right? Janelle Monáe always in classic black and white, right? That we know that as her signature style, right? So either we can have a signature style, we cannot, we can switch it up, but your style is meant to be different, and it's okay if it doesn't look like someone else's. So, but yeah, just push yourself a little bit with the little colors and.
That's a good tip, though. That's a good tip.
Yeah, and red is also a good color to go with neutrals. Like red and gray, red and black. Navy red as like a cute little pop color. Animal prints, or like subtle black and white prints or something like the prints in those essential colors also can help ease your way into, trying new things.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Nice. Thank you, Jasmine.
Yeah.
All right. Our last question here is from Tanisha. Tanisha, you're up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So my question is, my love for shopping is not the same anymore. And so me and my sister laugh about this. Like, I don't find as much joy in it. I like when I'm going to an event or it's like something kind of like planned like that. But to leisurely scroll and like look for things and stuff like that, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Okay.
But I know that I need to.
Okay.
So I'm looking for tips of, I know you mentioned one thing, like if we get the emails from like the promotions and things like that, to look and save things. But are there any other tips you would provide on that?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you can, think for me quickly. What do you think the biggest difference in between now and before, when you used to enjoy shopping and now? Is there anything that sticks out to you that is a difference as to why you do or you don't?
One is, I guess, maybe making time for it.
Okay.
Being intentional about it.
Okay.
And then the other part is, I just can't deal with all the people, and sometimes
Right.
it's like looking at
Yeah.
like that part is not fun to me anymore.
Yeah.
Especially too now, because I'm not just shopping for myself. I have 2 kids too, so we got to do that too. So I'm
Right.
just like, like,
So what I hear you saying is time, and you don't want to deal with the people when you go out, which is totally understandable, right? And by the way, the best time to ever go shopping, if you ever have a day off or whatever, is smack dab in the morning when they first open on a weekday. No one's gonna be in there. So even if you have to just work on, like, if you only can shop on the weekends. I mean, I know some of y'all might be in church or whatever, but if you can get there, you know, in those early hours on a Sunday morning, it is really like a lot of less people, you know, especially if you map out like what stores you need to go to. Like a plan can keep you from just getting bogged down by all the stuff, right? But I also don't like to go in and deal with a lot of people. So, you know, basically, because I hear you saying time and you don't want to deal with people, you're just gonna have to figure out how.
Not dealing with people.
Oh, it's okay. No, I mean, you don't want to deal with people when you go to the airport. I mean, the airport is clear right now, but you know, usually you go to the airport, the planes are full. It's just people are just everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to deal with that all the time in the rush. So I'll go back to the emails are probably going to be the easiest thing for you, because you can scan an email 10 seconds. If it piques your interest, just click the link to go real quick on your phone, scan, and then go on about your day. You want to make it easier for you, right? Then, like, if you say, okay, I'm at home, we doing quarantine, all this stuff, I need to get some stuff. Use your filters, right? Sometimes we can we get overwhelmed when we go online and it's like 25 pages and we just trying to, you know.
That's me.
Yeah. You put in your price range, put in your size. If there are colors that you're looking for, use all of that, because it can help you narrow down, right? Also shop at places that have friendly a return system. That way,
that's true.
if you want to order something, you can go ahead and return it back quickly. So those are things that, and don't feel like you don't have to be obligated to shop all the time, and you don't have to love shopping, you know, right? Like, either you can get to a point where somebody like me will do it for you, or you make it fit into your lifestyle and you make it easier for you. Only go to the stores that you know you like. Don't spend time, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make it work for you. And what you're trying to do. And if you want to go in person, just remember, top of the morning, you know, usually it's the best time when nobody's going to be in there.
Got you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Good stuff. All right. Let's unmute. I would love for us to say a huge thank you. Rachel, you gave us so much good information. I mean, really, really amazing information that we can all eat off of. Things to take away. Things about our body shape. You know, if you're a mom, that really spoke to me, because, you know, I thought I was one thing once upon a time, and 2 kids will push you over the edge into another category. So, you know, that, and even having just the reminder to get serious about undergarments. You know, I think back, my mom's undergarments were on point. They still are. And I'm over here like compromising my looks. You know, I could just do much better. I'm a woman for women. So we have to do better as women. So thank you for that. And then also giving us the consciousness around shopping, because as women, as shoppers, as consumers, we tend to emotionally spend, and then we look in our closet and can't find anything to wear, and the husbands are so confused, or the significant others are like, what do you mean you can't find anything to wear with all this stuff? And it's because we weren't conscious when we were moving. We were just emoting. So we have to do a better job of being sober when we shop. And I think you really brought that home too. and that tailor, just having a good relationship. Now, Teresa, you reminded me to get a young tailor because I don't need my tailor aging out on me. So I'm gonna find someone. My current tailor is like 50, but I'm gonna get a second in command that's 32 because I'm not.
I'm going to find me a baby too. I'm gonna find me a baby. Somebody right out of high school.
Come on, I'm gonna need somebody fresh.
Y'all, let me put up my email just in case. I forgot to put that up just in case. And you can still talk to me, but just
yes.
in case someone needs it.
So I know we're all, at the end of our night. It's 10:17 on the East Coast, but we just want to say a quick thank you so much, Rachel. And anyone else want to share a takeaway? I'd love for you to share a quick takeaway that you grabbed. You have 19 people that are all taking copious notes here. All right, somebody's TV got some takeaways, but if there are no more takeaways, then I want to go ahead and offer up part of what we want to do in the bond is just always create culture, create community, and content that is empowering to our everyday life, because it is complex for us sometimes to make these decisions and feel like we're alone. But take a look in this group tonight. You have 18 other women aside from yourself who are here all learning about the same thing. So if you want to create accountability, maybe in your shopping, in your undergarment selection, in your figuring out your body type, any of those things, ask the questions and have the conversations in the group, and just be prepared to have, just curate some culture and community around it. Rachel, we're also going to have you back.
Yay!
Yes. In April, because you hit on a couple other chords that we were all kind of typing in the chat, like, whoa, some things we haven't thought about that you really brought home for us. So we're also going to have you back. And I'm going to make this video available on our YouTube channel, and I'll share the link out so that people can reference it to go back and watch it.
And guys, if you ever have any questions, you can email me at Golden Style Consulting. My Instagram is at Golden Style Consulting. You can hit me up with questions there. In the bond, if you guys want to talk about, if you're thinking about a color, I'm here to support you guys in the bond. So just let me know, and I'm here.
Yay! All right. Good stuff. Now, I know some people are like, yep, and I want that gift card. So now I want to be able to support a woman who is interested in taking a $25 gift card to the store of your choice, because right now we need to spread some love and generosity in our community, and the Great Girlfriends is committed to doing that as best we can. So whose birthday's coming up? Anybody got a birthday tomorrow? No birthdays?
No, you missed me with that one.
I missed you. Who did I miss with that one?
Oh, LaToya beat me out.
LaToya.
LaToya beat me out.
LaToya's 26.
Mine is March 30th.
Ah, okay. Is that the next birthday? LaToya's at 3/26, March 26th. Anyone else? Teresa, I see your hand up. Did you have was that your birthday you were talking about?
That was the birthday.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were quick on that. But LaToya, looks like LaToya has the next birthday. So we're going to give you a happy birthday gift, LaToya. It's an early gift to just your spirits lifted high and give you a chance to do a little shopping courtesy of the Great Girlfriends. So do me a favor, LaToya. I'm going to put my email in the chat. And if you can email me tonight, we'll make sure that we send it out to you, okay? Is she there, LaToya? Okay, she said emailing now. Okay, all right. All right, all hearts and minds clear? Everybody good?
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ray.
Thank you. Great.
Great.
Yay. Happy birthday to LaToya. Y'all.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, LaToya.
Do me a
Thank you.
solid favor. If you enjoyed this tonight, share just one note, one takeaway that you learned in the bond tonight, because I want everyone who wasn't on to make sure they're on for the next time Rachel goes live with us in April. So please do just share a comment, and also invite some of your great girlfriends to be a part of the community. We are growing it by invitation only with women who are all like-minded and interested in growing through this, turbulent time that we're facing and forward, at all times. So we're going to continue to have more meetups and more online experiences to help support and nurture every single one of you. All right?
Yes, indeed.
Deal.
I am.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you again, Rachel. Thank all of you for tuning in and joining us tonight. And I will catch you all back inside of the bond.
Bye.
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 Bye.